Hi guys, John here with another installment of my video blog, and today I want to talk about there's the new Sacha Baron Cohen film coming out called Bruno. Now, if you've been around the movie blog for a while, you know that Borat is one of the only 4 or 5 films in history that I have given, in the 7 years, I'm going on 7 years that I've been doing the movie blog, that in the 7 years of doing the movie blog, I've ever given a 10 out of 10 to. Only 4 or 5 films. And Borat was one of them. And a lot of people disagree with that, and that's cool. But for me, Borat was, especially on the first viewing, granted, not as much on the second viewing, but on the first viewing, it was flat out hilarious. One of the funniest moments in movie history is that naked fight scene, of course, between Sacha Baron Cohen and Ken Davidian, who played his big, heavy, overweight sidekick. But I thought the movie was brilliantly funny. I thought it made some fantastic social commentary. I thought it was smart and hilarious, sophisticated and lowbrow, all at the same time. And I thought it was a perfect mixture. I loved that film. Passionately loved that film. And beyond just Borat, I'm also a big Sacha Baron Cohen fan. I think he's terrific whenever I see him in films. I thought he was the best part of Talladega Nights, The Legend of Ricky Bobby. I thought he was, as the French race car driver, I thought he was the funniest part of that film. I love this guy. But I am not looking forward to Bruno. Now, let me preface this first by saying I am not saying Bruno's going to suck. I may end up loving the damn film. I'm simply saying that going into it, I find myself not looking forward to it and not expecting it to be very good. And here's why. It seems plain to say, but no one's talking about this. This to me looks like just the exact same movie as Borat with a different accent. Listen to the premise. A foreign, very different character comes into America and goes across America, creating very uncomfortable situations for Americans, particularly conservative Americans, and gets them to kind of make fun of themselves, inadvertently, in such a way. Am I describing Borat or am I describing Bruno? Well, the answer is both. I'm describing both. And it's not just that the premise is exactly the same. From looking at the trailer, there are even scenes that are exactly the same. In Borat, you had that great scene where near the end of the film, Borat ends up in this evangelical church and, puts his character, this Borat character, and reflection against, the Western evangelical churches and kind of some of the way it can look ridiculous and all that kind of stuff. And I thought that was a great scene. But we look at the trailer, and he's got the exact same thing, except instead of going into a big church, he's actually just sitting one-on-one with some religious leader. But it's the exact same scene, doing essentially the exact same thing. We see Borat in the first one sitting down with some older conservatives, faking an interview or something like that, and ends up making the old guy look uncomfortable. He got the exact same thing in the Bruno trailer, where he ends up pantsless in some ridiculous, revealing outfit. Well, he did the same thing in Bruno, or in Borat. Basically, my main problem that is preventing me from feeling any sort of enthusiasm for Bruno, despite the fact that I gave Borat a 10 out of 10, is the fact that this is just appears to be exactly the same movie, just with a different accent. And that's it. We've been there, we've done that. It's not even like it's a movie based on the same characters. It's the exact same movie doing the exact same thing that he did a couple of years ago. And I'm just not excited about it. I think I'm going to go in there and be bored by it. I think the novelty of it's worn off. And like I said, this is not me saying it's going to be bad or anything like that. I could end up loving it. I'm going to go see it opening night, and I might end up loving it. And I'll give my honest review of it when I see it. I'm just saying that going into it, not excited. And those are my reasons why. It's the exact same movie that we've seen before. It's just Borat in 2009 with a different accent, doing the exact same things in the exact same scenarios, the exact same way that he did it before. And I don't see anything to be excited about. The trailers do look kind of funny here and there, but I think the novelty's gone. Anyway, I hope I'm wrong. I can't, I'm going to go see it and we'll see how it all turns out. But I'm not looking forward to Bruno, and that's why. That's my video blog for the day. For the movie blog, I'm John Campea.